Good morning, people. Welcome back to the show. This is episode number 258, and this show is sponsored today by Southern Flow Yoga. If you haven't checked out Southern Flow Yoga yet, you need to check it out because you're going to experience Southern hospitality. You're going to find your flow. You're going to get a stretch. You're going to sculpt. You're going to sweat. And you're going to feel so much better about yourself because you did something. When you get into these classes and you find your flow, you forget about yesterday's worries. And if you use coupon code RULEXRP and you join now, you're going to get 50% off. Check it out. Find your flow with SoFlow, Southern Flow Yoga. Hey, welcome back to the show. James RULEXRP. Follow me on Twitter at RULEXRP. And if you haven't signed up for Twitter yet, you are missing a lot of news and information in the world of crypto and the XRP community. We share news daily on Twitter, as well as many other people in the XRP community. And there's a lot of information out there that is not being covered in these broadcast or YouTube videos that you need to check out on Twitter. If you want to do your research, like I always say, you need to go in and do your research, and Twitter is a great form of research. Check it out. I'm not a financial advisor. I am a teacher in the cryptocurrency space, and many people have called me and messaged me and asked me for information about how to do this crypto thing, whether it be signing up on an exchange or moving cryptocurrency to another wallet or many questions out there, and I'm honored and blessed to be able to answer the public. A lot of these YouTubers, they're not going to answer questions, but I'll tell you what, this is what I do full time. This is my passion. You can call this my job, and I love, investing in all of these new technologies, and I love researching it. I love it. Check this out. I posted this morning, and if you're my age or if you're not a millennial, you'll understand what I did when I posted this. And it says, "Don't you hate it when someone picks up the phone when you're connected to the internet on a 56K modem? That one song was almost downloaded after 3 hours. Geesh, the struggles we had, and only if millennials knew the struggles." With the technology we have today with our cell phones and our high-speed internet and, satellite internet that is so much faster than these dial-up modems were back in the days. And it took 3 hours. Sometimes it took overnight for me to download a song off of Napster, if you remember what Napster was. So, yeah, I'm giving away my age. I'm 53. I graduated high school in 1985 in Southeast Texas, and I'm still young at heart. I still feel good. I still take these yoga classes I just advertised here at the beginning of the video. Matter of fact, I did my stretches this morning, and I feel awesome. So this just kind of makes you look back on several years ago when we had the struggles of dial-up internet, and now everything is high speed and mainstream and I never thought back when I graduated in 1985 I would be holding a computer in my hand or having a video conference with someone on a cellular device. It was just way out of reach. It was 1984, the book. If you read 1984, we're living in that age now. We're living in technology. And today I'm going to cover a few things. I want to talk about IPOs, and I want to talk about some of these fintech companies that are going to go IPO. And I want to talk about some of the requirements that these companies are going to have to disclose when they go public. And this is a really big deal, knowing what is going on behind closed doors and what this money, these investors are going to have to know about these companies. All right, let's take a look at coinpaprika.com. Let's look at the prices. And let me click on my favorites here. You can actually go in and star your favorites at Coin Paprika if you only want to look at specific cryptocurrency prices. Current market cap is $342,675,000,000 total crypto. Bitcoin is $10,707. Ethereum is $350.08. Tether, based on the US dollar, is $1. XRP is 23.9 cents. VeChain is 1.2 cents. And Casino Coin, which is one of my investments, is 0.0004. Now, VeChain and Casino Coin are not located on many of these cryptocurrency exchanges. I go to bittrue.com and I exchange XRP for VeChain and XRP for Casino Coin. And you might say, why in the heck do you want to exchange XRP for another? Well, you know what? I'm diversified. And if you do your own research and you learn how to diversify in several or many of these cryptocurrencies, after doing your research, you will understand that you shouldn't keep all of your eggs in one basket. Just like these cryptocurrency exchanges. I made a video yesterday stating that if, for instance, you're new and you go to Coinbase and you've been accumulating XRP or Bitcoin or Ethereum on these exchanges, you need to go ahead and diversify or back up your holdings onto a Ledger Nano S or X, which is a cold hardware wallet. If you don't get a cold hardware wallet to back your investments up on, go ahead and sign up on many crypto exchanges that are legal in your area in the world and spread out your XRP or spread out your Bitcoin or spread out your Ethereum, because if one of these exchanges were to get hacked and you had all of your eggs in one basket, you're going to lose it all. So think, be smart, and diversify. All right, let's get into the topic. Let's get into the IPOs, which is an initial public offering by a company. We're going to take a look. You know, Ripple is going public. You know, Coinbase is going public. And you know, Uphold is going public. Ripple Labs is a company. Coinbase is a cryptocurrency exchange, as well as Uphold. Uphold is a cryptocurrency exchange. And we're going to look at sec.gov, and I'm going to give you an explanation of a small business or a large business going public and some of the definitions. And we're going to cover several items here. And I just wanted to cover it with you because it's my duty to let the public know some of the things that are happening and some of the requirements from these companies that are going to have to be disclosed when they go public. All right, going public. Going public typically refers to when a company undertakes its initial public offering or IPO by selling shares of stock to the public, usually to raise additional capital. Going public is a significant step for any company, and you should consider the reasons companies decide to go public. After its IPO, the company will be subject to public reporting requirements. If you decide to conduct a registered public offering, the Securities Act requires your company to file a registration statement with the SEC before it may offer its securities for sale. Your company may not actually sell the securities covered by the registration statement under the SEC staff until the SEC staff declares the registration statement effective. All right, let's go a little deeper. This is Investopedia and SEC Forms S1 definition. This was updated March 19th, 2020. What is an SEC Form S1? SEC Form S1 is the initial registration form for new securities required by the SEC for public companies that are based on, in the U.S., any security that meets the criteria must have an S1 filing before shares can be listed on national exchange, such as the New York Stock Exchange. Companies usually file SEC Form S1 in anticipation of their initial public offering or IPO. Form S1 requires companies to provide information on the planned use of capital proceeds, detail the current business model and competition, and provide a brief prospectus of the planned security itself, offering price methodology and any dilution that will occur to other listed securities. SEC Form S1 is also known as the registration statement under the Securities Act of 1933. Additionally, the SEC requires the disclosure of any material business dealings between the company and its directors and outside counsel. Investors can view S1 filings online to perform due diligence on new offerings prior to their issue. All right, let's go a little bit further with this. You see where I'm getting? Transparency and continuing disclosures. This is at investor.gov. A public company's disclosure obligations begin with the initial registration statement that it files with the SEC. But the disclosure requirements don't end there. Public companies must continue to keep their shareholders informed on a regular basis by filing periodic reports and other materials with the SEC. The SEC makes these documents publicly available without charge on its EDGAR site. The filed documents are subject to review by SEC staff for compliance with federal securities laws. Following are some of the parts or the reports that may be filed by U.S.-based public companies. Foreign companies that file reports with the SEC may file different types of reports. All right, here we go. Annual reports on Form 10-K. This report includes the company's audited annual financial statements and a discussion of the company's business results. For suggesting on making your way through an annual report, you may be interested in our How to Read a 10-K or in the Beginner's Guide to Financial Statements. Sip of coffee. I'm getting there, just bear with me. Quarterly reports on Form 10-Q. Public companies must file this report for each of the first 3 quarters of the fiscal year. After the 4th quarter, public companies file an annual report instead of a quarterly report. The quarterly report includes unaudited financial statements and information about the company's business and results of the previous 3 months and for the year to date. The quarterly report compares the company's performance in the current quarter and the year to date to the same periods in the previous year. Current reports on Form 8-K. Companies file this report with the SEC to announce major events that shareholders should know about, including bankruptcy proceedings, a change in corporate leadership, such as a new director or high-level officer, and preliminary earnings announcements. Proxy statements. Shareholder voting constitutes one of the key rights of shareholders. They may elect members of the board of directors, cast non-binding votes on executive compensation, approve or reject proposed mergers and acquisitions, or vote on other important topics. Proxy statements describe the matter to be voted upon and often disclose information on the company's executive compensation policies and practices. Additional disclosures. Other federal securities laws and SEC rules require the disclosure about a variety of events affecting the company. These include proposed mergers, acquisitions, and tender offers, securities transactions by company insiders, and beneficial ownership by a person or group that reaches or exceeds 5% of the company's outstanding shares. So where am I getting at? Uphold, Coinbase, Ripple. Whenever they go public, they are going to have to disclose where these investments are going, where they have gone with this company prior to this IPO. And there will be many, many topics released to the public when they go public with these IPOs. So all of this information we've been looking for with these companies that are not currently public, you are going to be able to tear it down, just like we're tearing down cryptocurrency today and doing our research and knowing exactly what we are investing in. When a company IPOs, you are going to know what you are invested in and what is going on behind closed doors. Check it out. Do your research. Get excited, because I put a poll yesterday up on Twitter and I asked, when do you think when do you think the regulation switch is going to be flipped? And I put October 1st, November 7th, January 1st of 2021. And a lot of people said they responded very soon. I think that here in the last quarter of this year, 2020, we are going to receive a lot of news, and it's going to reflect the prices of all of these cryptocurrencies we've been invested in, because once the news is out, and once the regulations are out, many people are going to jump on board to this cryptocurrency space because they're going to know what they need to know. Enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy your weekend. I love presenting this information to you, and I get excited. You know, I never take a day off. I work through the weekends. I research, and I keep this excitement going to the public, and I'm sharing my heart and my information just like I was, as if I were new like you 3 years ago when I got into this. I had no clue what I was doing 3 years ago. But luckily today with the XRP community and YouTube and Twitter and all of these social media sources, we're able to find this information. And when you listen to my videos, I'm giving you a chance to drive or take care of your family or do something around the house and just listen to these videos without having to go to Google and search for all this stuff. Or, you know, it just makes it easier on everybody. So take care. We'll see you soon. Have a great day.
Southern Flow will leave you feeling accomplished and challenged. Whether you are taking class from home or in studio, you will walk away with a whole new appreciation for your strength and stamina. Find your flow.
Southern Sculpt and Southern Stretch are for anyone and everyone looking to better their overall health and wellness. Our classes are designed to boost your metabolism and immune system while increasing lymphatic drainage through the poses and breathing exercises.
Be ready to strengthen and sculpt that lean summer body you crave all year long. There's nothing passive about this Southern take on yoga, and as any Southern knows, the best hospitality comes with a little spice.